Welcome to TradingPub.com's morning report. Real quick before we get started, give you a standard risk disclaimer. As you know, when you start talking about futures and options products, there is substantial risk involved. We're not making any kind of recommendations here, just kind of going over some thoughts over some of the different markets that we watch throughout the week. Alright, here's a look at the first market we're going to feature today, which is actually the 30-year bond futures. If you look at the bond futures, you can see that we had put in a high up at 154.17, which was just above the previous high. We made that new high and have since come down. Now, if you watch bond futures, if you haven't kept a close eye on them, even if you don't trade bond futures, it's important to watch. Typically, bond futures will move inverse to the overall markets. Now, you will have some times when they'll move together with the indexes, but if you look at today, obviously we've got bonds coming down. We definitely have some support here in this level. We broke through the 149 area. The next big support to look at bonds really comes in, this is a daily chart, really comes in around the 147.05, 147.10 area, where you had a couple days of consolidation down there. So that'll be an important area to watch. Now, how to use that trading the other markets? Well, you look at the S&P and you think about, okay, if bonds are coming down, that's typically going to be a bullish thing for the S&Ps. So you look at the S&Ps today, and yesterday we talked about the fact how we had traded down to 1420 and reversed early in the morning. You've got European markets that are strong and the S&Ps continuing to go higher. There is some resistance here at 1445. Above this, the next big level we'll look at is going to be the 1455 to 56 level, and then starting to get into the 1462 level, which is right up here above 62, takes you to 67 to 69 to the upside. Now, to the downside, as far as support goes, we do expect to see some support at the 42 level. That's very near-term support. If we break through the 42s, we'll look for 39 and then 33 to 30 as the next big support levels in the S&P. Yesterday, we talked about Apple and how it needed to defend that 620 level that we saw here on the chart. We did see the markets defend that. The bulls stepped in and bought Apple. It's still a little weak. As much as the market's up today, you see Apple still down about 87 cents, which for a $600 stock, that's pretty much unchanged. But we would expect to see a little more strength coming out of Apple with the overall markets trading higher. One interesting market to keep an eye on is gold, and gold, which spent kind of the summer months being a quiet market and consolidation, really had a big jump in August after the Fed meeting, and you saw it trade up to the 174 area. If you go back and look, we've got the high back in November at 175.46. We came up and tested. We had a high at 174.07. So we did see gold come down. We're down at around 169. We would expect to see, if gold starts to get back to the 171, 172 area, would expect to see at least another run at that 175 level. So we'll want to keep a very close eye on the gold market. Now, one of our commentators, Tony Laporta, puts out a sheet each night to subscribers with important numbers in the market. We're just going to put that up there for you, and you can hit the pause button if you want to look at these, but it's excellent work that he does each night. Gives you the high, open, low, and close in multiple markets. As you can see, these are futures markets, and then gives you major pivots and PowerPoints, what he calls it, and uses these. This is really for short-term intraday trading. But again, some of the best numbers in the business, and Tony is one of the premier bond traders that we've ever come across. So you can definitely take advantage of this. Look at some of these numbers. Like I said, you can kind of hit the pause button if you want to try to write it down. But we appreciate him making these available to the Trading Pub for today, and hope that they can be of value to you in the future. Now, one thing we'd like to invite you to, we've got our next big event, which is going to be October the 17th. That's Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. We're going to be joined by Steve Place from Investing with Options. Steve does an outstanding job. He's kind of a no-nonsense options trader, and basically he's going to share with you 5 option trades for the right now, 5 trades that he's taking. The markets he covers is gold, oil, SPX, RUT, and VIX. He'll look at a trade in each of those markets and give you his reasoning for those trades. So we hope that you're able to join us. You can go to www.tradingpub.com/events. So again, it's right there. It's www.tradingpub.com/events, and register for the session with Steve. One thing we do with all of our events, if anybody registers for them, we get them a recording. We know that you got a lot going on, so we record all of our events, put them on the website, and email them out to anybody that registers. So hope that you can join us for that special event, and look forward to seeing you on Wednesday afternoon at 4:30. Interestingly, looking at gold here, you see gold's popped up. It's up about 91 cents right now. So again, remember that 172 level. As we start to get closer and closer to that 174, 175 level, the thing you got to think about is we had a high at 175, a high up here right around 174, a high right here at 174. So anybody that's short gold right now would probably logically have their stop above that 174, 175 level. As we see it trade closer to that level, then those stops will kind of act like a magnet a lot of the time, and you can see a little run on the stops. So we're going to keep a close eye on the gold market over the next coming days and weeks.